Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Jeff at Ferrari FXS. It's been a while. I kind of want to go over a few things here. I've got something I've had installed for quite a while on the wife's Audi Q5, and I've had a lot of people ask about it. And I kind of had a little bit of time today, and I kind of wanted to go over it. So hopefully I can explain it correctly because it's been a while since I've done this. But anyway, I've had a lot of people interested in the remote start that we installed on the Audi Q5 back in December or so. So it's been a while. It's been a great system. Haven't had any issues with it at all. And we installed the adapter to it so you can do the remote start with your phone. And a few other features you can do. You can track the car, and you can start it anywhere in the world and that. So it's worked flawlessly throughout the whole time we've had this installed. Like I said, it's been since December, January this year of 2023 since we've had this installed. And like I said, no issues with it at all. I've been really pleased with it. So I'm going to try to go over the installation of this unit with the original unit that we had made a video on earlier. So let me go ahead and get started with that. All right, so this is the unit that we had purchased, and it's Linkr or Linkr, however you want to say it. It comes with a module, and I'll show you the module because it's installed right now in the car. And it has a little bit of paperwork. It has some part number, serial numbers on this tag here. It has a little bit of description of what you need to do, instructions and that. It also came with this description and operation and installation guide, and came out with a few harnesses that we did not use. They are designed to fit other vehicles. So I kind of had the installation guide here, and I kind of crossed out the ones that don't apply to the system I'm using. So if you have any of these other systems, they may apply to you, but they do not apply to the system I have. I have the Evo All is what I'm going to be hooking it to. And there's a specific harness that I'm going to be using here also with this. Like I said, we didn't use these other harnesses, and they actually have different numbers on them. I believe the harness that we used is a HRN LLRS 01, I believe. It's kind of hard to see in that fold, but that's the harness we used. He also has this other harness here, right here, that you're going to hook up. This is the module, a picture of the module that comes in this box. And it actually tells you have to download an app and everything at the App Store, and you may or may be required to buy a subscription. I can't remember. It's been like a while, so I don't know if you get depends what kind of deals they give you. Sometimes when you buy this, they'll give you a first year free. Like I said, it all depends on where you buy it from or who you buy it from on what they do. But basically, you're going to hook on the Q5. This is a 2018 Q5. You're going to use this harness here and this harness right here. And you're going to hook up a couple of extra wires here. The alarm trigger we did not use. I will show that here in a second. But pretty straightforward installation-wise. But the programming can get kind of tricky on this because it's kind of vague. Maybe I misread something, but you kind of have to go back and forth with the original installation paperwork, I believe. But anyway, let me show you what I've done here, and we'll try to decipher this. All right, so I'm going to get access here. Open this up. I'm going to use my flashlight here, kind of show you what I've got involved here. And this is the original module that we installed back first. It's the two-face tape's coming off, but it's made by Fortin, or if I'm saying that right. That's where I have it installed on the Audi Q5. And then the module that came in this box here is sitting right here, and it all depends. It has to face a certain direction. So when you install this in the car, it has to be installed with the portion up. It'll have serial numbers and stuff on the back. that goes down, but the module has to be, to work correctly, has to be facing up. So these little look like crystals, they have to be facing up. So wherever you put that, make sure it faces that direction. But anyway, this is one of the harnesses that come with the kit, and I've got it ran along here with the other factory harness, and it comes with a fuse here. As you can see, there's a fuse, and this is the yellow wire that you see in the instructions. That is the alarm trigger. I did not use that wire. You can see it's capped right here. But the other two wires, which is a red and black, it's your power and ground. I tapped into a wire here. Actually, what you're going to do is you're going to remove, when you install this unit, you're going to remove the 4-pin wire here, okay, and then install the other little harness that you see right here into that 4-pin. One of those connectors is going to go into this other module here. So then you're going to take that pin, the one that was originally in there, which is right here. I used the ground and hot wire off that. You could take a meter and check out which one's the ground and which one's the hot wire, and I tapped into those. Okay, so these other ones here, as you can see, they're not being used. So you'll see here in the diagram that it has these other wires that go to these other systems. They're not being used. Okay, so we're not using this Crime Stopper, and we're not using this other module down here, this EVO1. I have the all, so you're not going to use that and use a different hookup. So make sure which one you have. You know, use the one that you have. But I'm going to have to resecure that somehow. But anyway, we ran those wires, like I said. Not a lot of wires to be ran with this system. So I think once you get that all hooked up, you'll have power to the system. And let me go through the steps here, and I'll tell you what you have to do. And you have to get certain lights on the original module here to light up. So if you don't do that correctly, you won't get it to hook up to the system, and then you'll have some issues. But anyway, let me go ahead and start that, and give me a second here. All right, so to program this, what you're going to have to do is, like I said, make sure all your wires are hooked up correctly. And like I said, the original 4-pin that was in the module here to begin with, you're going to remove that. And then you're going to install the new 4-pin into there. So the original 4-pin that was in there, like I said, we're using the red and the black off of it. We're piggybacking off of it. You can see it. It's right here by my finger. And then this is the new 4-pin off your harness that you used. And then you're going to plug your new harness from your module here. Is plugged into this blue harness that you installed into the 14, okay, into your original module. So to program this, you're going to unhook this. You're going to hold this button here, and you're going to look for a red and blue, okay? And then when you cycle through that and you get a red and blue on the outside lights, you release the button, plug your plug back in, and then hold this on again, and your lights will come on. You'll have 3 lights then. Like I said, you have to have the to do this, you got to have your car in the on position and not run, so it has power to the unit. And then once you get your 3 lights, after you hook this back up, you should be getting lights on your indicator here. So on the end of your module here, you see how they're solid red and green? So that's telling you that you have cellular hookup and GPS, okay? So once you have that, they may blink off and on. It depends on the kind of signal you have. But once you have that, and they're solid, and you should your other lights, your 3 lights light up, this should be programmed at that time. So other than that, just tidy up your wires, make sure everything's in position. And then you're going to put this, like I said, this has to be, with like the jeweled side, has to be up or nearly facing up. So I just tuck it somewhere out of the way and see how it connects. But like I said, I haven't had any issues with this at all. So your setup may be different than mine. It depends on what kind of module you use. But as you go through the instructions here, it tells you, it kind of walks you through what you need to do on the setup, download your app and everything, and then I'll have to show you how to set up on the app. Like I said, I've got this set up a while, so I probably won't walk through every individual step in the setup, but I'll go through some of it with you. I have to get my wife's phone to show you because I'm recording with mine right now. But if you follow this procedure on this information page here, the quick install, you shouldn't have any problem. The only thing that's kind of tricky is, like I said, when you initially set this up, like I said, you want to power it on, you want to hold that button, and you want the blue and red to show up, then release, plug your module in, your 4-pin, and then press it again. 3 lights should come on and then go out, and that shows that your system's programmed. Okay, so other than that, let me show you what the app shows you and how to set that up. Like I said, I'm not going to go through all of that, but first you'll need to download the app, and then we'll continue on. Okay. All right, so I just want to show you here, this is the Fortin module, the original ARM module, and like I said, the harness is all tucked up in there, and then I have the cellular phone module. The Linkr R is sitting right there. Like I said, it's secure, so really we're done in this area unless you have other issues. But we're going to go ahead and close this up, and we'll walk you through the installation or setup on the mobile app. All right, so like I said, I've got this compartment closed now. We shouldn't have anything to do with that anymore. Like I said, you should have a solid LEDs on the side of that module you just installed that came in this kit. And then you'll also need the serial number. When you do the programming of it, it's going to ask you the serial number of the module. It's on the back of the module or on this card also. If you receive this card, there should be a serial number at the top. So you'll need that when you program it. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to turn my wife's phone on. I'm not an Apple person, so I'm going to go ahead and figure out where the app is. So the app, some people's are listed differently, but this is the Linkr R mobile app. You can see it says Linkr R Lite. So we'll open that up, and basically this is already set up. So what you need to do, you'll probably have to go to this gear, follow through the instructions, but what it will have a page to install. Let me see if I can find it. I'm going to My Garage maybe. Okay, see, My Garage, you add vehicle. So you would go down here, hit the plus, and I believe, yeah, see right there, it's telling you to install the code. Like I said, the code is on the card here, or on the back of the module, as you can see. Now, it says, you can see right here, this says this side down. Like I said, that's important for it to work. So you're going to go ahead and enter that code, and then submit, and then it's going to ask you as various questions on vehicle type and options and stuff like that, and you can go in there and select that as needed. So let me go back here and go back to the main menu if I can figure it out. But mine's different because the Android works a little bit different. So let me go back here, and I believe there's another thing that's you have to pick also, or won't work correctly, is this protocol. When you're setting it up, make sure you select Fortin, okay? Because that's the alarm module that you're using, or that's the one that I'm using. So whatever mother module, however you want to call it, whatever alarm module you have, you want to pick that in the protocol or it will not work. Okay? And then you can configure like your trunk release. I don't know if the heat seat works. But I know the trunk release works. I know you can start the car remotely, unlock it remotely, lock it remotely. All that works fine. You can release the rear hatch. That works fine. The only difference is I noticed on this, like when you lock your car with a remote, I've got it set up to where the mirrors will fold in. Well, when you're using the app, the mobile app, the mirrors will stay out. If they're out, they're out. They won't fold in. That's the only difference that I noticed. I don't know why they don't fold in, but they don't. But they will, when you unlock it, they will unfold automatically. Other than that, let me click this back on. Like I said, follow the instructions, and you're pretty much well set up. The setup's pretty easy. Once you get it set up and working, you can start the car here, lock it, unlock it, turn it off. It's got a voltage, tells you what the voltage is. It has a timer. It usually runs about 10 minutes. It'll say longer than that, but it varies 10, I think, to 15 minutes. It'll tell you if your doors are locked, unlocked. So let me show you here. I'll close this hatch, okay, for it to work. Everything's got to be closed up. So let me close that. All right. So basically, it's in a garage now. I don't know if it'll track this, but you hit this arrow right here. It'll show you like a map, house, heat, seat, or seat heat, and then the hatch. So if I hit this, it takes it a second, but you can see the hatch. So that all works fine. You're going to have to close it manually, though. So I might have to close it again. And then if you want to start it, go back to here. We can lock it. See, it takes a couple seconds. Like I said, it says doors locked, but the mirrors don't fold in. Why? I don't know. You can unlock it. It unlocks. And then you hit start. Lights flashed. And then give it a second or two. There she does. It starts. And it will lock the car automatically after it starts. Okay. It says 33 minutes, but it's usually about half of that, like 15 minutes. So eventually it'll show, this will go to the lock status. There it is. So then you come to your car, you hit the unlock. All right, I actually shut the car off. I'm sorry. So that shows you can turn the car off if you need to. Just see the doors are still locked. I hit that. They unlock. You'll see the status of the doors unlocked again. And then you can see the voltage. Like I said, it's pretty easy instructions on how to set this up. So that should be your least problem of the installation of this. Like I said, the wiring is pretty simple. It's just that programming can be kind of difficult. So make sure you read your instructions, and hopefully you have your original instructions from the installation of your alarm module. So anyway, if you get any questions or anything, don't hesitate to reach out. Please subscribe, follow. I'm sorry, this is probably not one of my better videos. We should have done this when I initially installed it. I probably would have had a few more steps. But anyway, I had a lot of people asking how it worked. Like I said, I haven't had any issues with this system. It works flawlessly. Like I said, you can go here and tell you where the vehicle is at. It works excellent. So if they're driving along, it continuously, you have to update it, but refresh it. But it tells you exactly where the car's at, which is pretty accurate. I like that kind of feature of it. So anyway, if you got any other questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Continue to watch our videos. Hopefully we'll have some videos coming up here soon. We've got some work coming up this fall. But it's kind of slow now. Summer, it's driving season, so a lot of people got their cars out and about. But anyway, thanks a lot, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.